Oh, wait a minute. This can't be true. Are you sure, Claire?
It is true, Papa, about the pizza.
Royal Caribbean is considering charging guests for pizza on board their ships, and I, for one, am personally offended by this. Plus, as wildfires continue to rage in Maui, Hawaii, cruises are beginning to alter their plans, their courses, and there's a new port in town, or at least there will be, down in the Caribbean. Let's roll the intro. Hey, welcome to the Midships channel. I'm your Captain Corey. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And Pizzagate is on. As guests returning from recent Royal Caribbean cruises, they're beginning to report a question on their post-cruise survey that they just plain don't like. Whether or not they'd be willing to pay for Sorrento's pizza. Oh wait, you mean that little bit of dough with the tiny bit of sauce and the even tinier bit of cheese that you cooked for like 10 minutes in those ovens? You want me to pay for that? Even after I gave you $2,000 to be on this ship? So what's going on here? In recent times, we've seen Carnival Cruise Line making cutbacks on the availability of pizza on board their ships. Then we started seeing charges in the main dining room for Carnival, Royal Caribbean, MSC, for food that we thought we had already paid for and should be included with our cruise. And now Royal Caribbean is dipping their toes in the pizza sauce charging waters. This, my friends, is going to anger a lot of the loyal to Royal Caribbean cruisers. Hey, wait a second. Loyal to Royal. Why is that ringing a bell? Oh yeah, I sell a Loyal to Royal shirt. If you've never seen this before, this is available in the Midships Amazon store. It's one of like 20 or 30 custom cruise t-shirt designs that you can look awesome in on your next cruise, even if you did have to pay for Sorrento's pizza. There's a link down in the description below if you want to check it out. So are you actually going to have to pay for Sorrento's on your next cruise? Well, that's what Royal Caribbean seems to be trying to figure out, because in their survey, they actually asked a follow-up question to whether or not you would pay for said pizza. Well, the follow-up question was, would you even cruise with Royal Caribbean if we made you pay for our pizza? Ooh, the nickel and diming for Sorrento's pizza. Now, in fairness, we don't know if they're actually talking about the pizza you wait in line for down in the promenade for Sorrento's. This could be a type of room service situation. This could be a larger custom pizza order situation. Maybe you order it somewhere else on the ship. So we're not exactly sure. There's just basic information people are reporting. Royal's asking them if they are willing to pay for their pizza. Room service pizza, I don't know, we could talk about that. I'm personally still not a fan of charging for basic room service items. If the food is free somewhere else on the ship, I really think it should be free in your cabin as well. That's my personal opinion, but gone are those days for sure. But Sorrento's pizza, yeah, it's not even good pizza, let's be honest. Oh man, I know somebody's gonna be mad that I said that. The Loyal to Royal folks are gonna be like,
oh my gosh, the pizza at Sorrento's is the best that I've ever had. I've never tasted any pizza better than this. It's like legitimately going to Italy and having a fresh slice of pizza cooked inside a volcano by an ancient dweller of the lands.
You know what I'm talking about. There's somebody like that out there. I'm hoping it's not you. If it is, don't be personally offended. We're just having a good time here. I mean, come on. Sorrento's pizza is not that special. We all know that Carnival has better pizza than Royal Caribbean. I said what I said. So fellow cruise travelers, if you get this survey on your next Royal Caribbean cruise about Sorrento's pizza, well, maybe, just maybe, you should tell them, heck no, I don't want to pay extra for a little bit of pizza. And I might not even cruise with you if you make me do it. So why don't you all run down to the comment section if I haven't sent you down there already in an angry rush. Let me know your thoughts on Royal Caribbean charging you a la carte at the pizza cart. Let's keep the cruise news moving. We're heading out west to Hawaii, where wildfires are causing devastation and death and just an overall apocalyptic scene that's, well, unfortunately, it's hard to look away from when you start seeing the photos that are making their rounds on the internet these days. Now, amidst all the tragedy occurring over in Hawaii, cruise lines who operate in that area are now having to deal with the consequences, beginning with Princess Cruise Line, who is currently notifying guests booked on board the Emerald Princess that's en route to Hawaii as I report this news that the ship's call into Maui is now canceled. As a result, the Emerald Princess will visit an alternate port on the big island of Hawaii, which is to the east and the south of where the wildfires are occurring in the Maui region. For their part, Royal Caribbean released a statement saying that their thoughts are with the local communities and those affected by the devastating wildfires in Maui, Hawaii. So some very concerning news coming out from the Hawaiian Islands today. If you're a praying person, maybe you should keep them in the front of your mind tonight on your way to bed. Let's keep the cruise news moving once again. We're heading over to Italy, where the Norwegian Viva, the newest ship in the Prima class for Norwegian Cruise Line, is welcoming her first paying passengers on her maiden voyage today. The 142,000 gross ton ship will operate cruises over in Europe through mid-November before crossing the Atlantic Ocean to operate a few cruises out of Miami, Florida, before finally moving on to her winter home port down in Puerto Rico. Now, longtime cruisers will undoubtedly have been to the port of St. Lucia before. However, you may put it on your list of places to go back to, as Global Port Holdings, which is one of the largest port owner-operators on the planet, having cruise ports basically in every hemisphere that you have been to. You've been to their cruise ports. Well, they announced that they're expanding their reach in the Caribbean, and they've just sealed a new agreement to manage the cruise port operations in St. Lucia. The London-based firm already operates or manages more than 24 cruise destinations around the world, and they'll usually invest in their ports with major infrastructure expansions and upgrades, making them even more popular with cruisers. Global Ports Holding has already announced that they'll be expanding the existing cruise pier to make it accessible to the largest cruise ships in the world. We are talking Icon class and Oasis class vessels, in case you live under a rock. They'll also, of course, be upgrading and adding to the overall retail and food availability at the cruise port in St. Lucia. So some really cool plans up. Well, actually, for the most of us, it's probably down in St. Lucia. What a cool thing. If you made it this far into today's episode, please make sure you get subscribed to the channel. And if you agree with me that Royal Caribbean shouldn't be charging for pizza, that the Sorrentos should be free, well, smash that thumbs up button. It's a great way to let me know. It's super easy. You just move your thumb, just like this far. Just move it down there, about 1.5 inches. You got this. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And until next time, we'll see ya on the Midships.